One of the keys to my success in life was I was able to see myself at the end of a very difficult task before I even started it. When I was 297, out of shape and afraid of water, I was able to see myself at graduation as a Navy SEAL. But as time went on, I kept on getting rolled back to day one. And every day got longer and longer. So what I had to do was I had to take this big chunk and make it small. So I became the master of the one day that I was living. We have to do that now. We don't know when the end is coming to this. So we got to master that one day. It may keep on getting pushed back day after day. If you master that day and want to be harder and stronger, you'll figure it out. Stay hard.
There's a distinct difference between a champion and someone who's just good. Let's use boxing, for instance. It's a 12-round championship bout. At the 11th round, they both go to the corners. Someone that's good sits there and thinks to himself, I've given everything I have. Hopefully, I can get through the 12th round. A champion, he sits in that corner while all of his people are talking to him. All he's thinking about is, I have to find what I haven't given. It's that mentality that truly separates the champions from someone who's just good. Stay hard.
So the big reason behind that is I'm not on social media. I post things to the masses. If you want to hear what I have to say, here it is. This is what I'm saying. But I'm not on there seeing how Tom, Dick, and Harry are doing.
Right.
You know, I spend my time basically trying to focus on how to better myself to continue on my journey to be a better person in life. All that time for me is wasted time. So there's no fluff in my life, man. Every second of the day is being utilized to become a better human being. And a guy asked me a question yesterday, man. Am I paying now physically for what I put myself through? I said, yeah, I am. But what he doesn't understand was when I was 297 pounds and I wasn't going anywhere in life, I asked myself that question before I decided to put myself through hell.
Right.
Am I willing to do it? And I willing to pay the price for me to get to where I wanted to go? I didn't have the ability. The ability was not there. So I knew I was going to break myself off to do it. Some people are born with this great talent. I wasn't smart. I wasn't some physical specimen. I wasn't in that stuff. So I knew for me to go through all of this, at the end of it was going to be a broken man. So I did it. And in the process of doing it, I knew all along the way, I'm going to be f***ed up one day. And that time came. So I looked at myself in the mirror, and when I looked at myself in the mirror, man, I wasn't proud of who I was. And I kept on backsliding. And I made the decision. When I was 297 pounds, I gained 125 pounds. I was 175 to 297. Had left the military, left the Air Force, and I was working for Ecolab, making $1,000 a month. I was at the bottom of the barrel. I had become exactly what life had made me, and what I had made me too. I said, I'm going to die trying. I don't care what it does to me. I don't care if I break myself off. I don't care if I lose legs. I don't care what it is. I don't care how much pain I go through. I don't care, but this reflection in the mirror will change, or I will die trying. I will not look at this guy in the mirror anymore, because I can lie to you right now. I go back to that mirror every night, and I usually shave my head almost every damn night, and I gotta sit there for 15 minutes and look at myself in the mirror. And that reflection is telling me everything I'm not. And some of us are allowed to go away from that. I was haunted. Every day, 24 hours a day, this voice would be in my head. This is what you're gonna be the rest of your life, man. To the point I said, you know what? I'm gonna break myself off, man, trying to fix this person. I don't have an I love me wall. You walk in my house, it's like, there's nothing about me. And they go, why is that, man? You've done so much in your life. Man, all that up here is priceless. Like everything I've gone through, all this, like the journey of my life has been something that I can never, ever be able to say enough about. You know, it is who I am. like everybody wants to be proud of themselves. When you finally become proud of yourself, you no longer care what it took to get there. And that's what people always say, man, look at you, man. You know, you have all this stuff happen to your skin and your body's broken, this and that. The feeling I have in my mind is priceless. And if somebody were to say you have to do it over again to get this feeling again, I do it all over again with a smile on my face. You know what's funny about me, man? I have zero anger. I'm a passionate guy, but I get it though. The way I talk, the way I come across, I'm an aggressive guy. Because that's what it takes to, like, if you walk into a situation, into a fight, I'm not saying be so aggressive that you're making bad moves. But if you don't have a little flame burn in you, knowing that I might get hit real hard, and when I get hit, I have to attack. I can't get knocked out. You have to have that mentality of, when I went to Hell Week, I knew I was gonna get broken. I had to have an internal flame in me that could never be, it couldn't be kindling. Kindling, you put the water in the kindling, that's out. I had to be a tree that is burning hard. It's burning for a long time. And that's what I became, man. So it's not anger. Anger can't sustain you for a long period of time. Because once you get in a situation, trust me, I tried it before. When you get in a real hard situation and you're miserable, that anger is gone. What comes up is real. The real feeling of who you are and where you're at, you don't want to care about them people who made fun of you in high school. Because now you become selfish. You're like, let's say you're in Hell Week, you're in that cold water, it's 50 degrees, and your balls are in your mouth right now. You're sitting there thinking, your mind's not thinking, those kids in high school bullied me. So that anger can fuel you for so long. There has to be something so deep in you that drives you. So what really does it for me is I know what we're capable of. And I know that most human beings aren't willing to go where I am. And that's a very, very dangerous thing. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. Everybody has this talent. It's not a talent. It's just realizing that we stop way short of our true potential. So through my life, I realize these things. And I know what gives me fuel is I know that most people who are blessed with so much talent, great parents, great upbringing, didn't come from where I come from. They're gonna quit before me. Having all the tools that they have, they didn't have the ability to examine themselves. When you have everything so nice in life, it's great to have a great life. But what happens is you don't self-examine. You don't do a live autopsy. When you have a miserable life, it almost forces you to do a live autopsy. It forces you to find strength from places that no one looks from. Because food is not at the ready. You know, I have a learning disability. It's not at the ready. I can't just pick up a book and start reading. There's preparation behind everything I do. Everything I do has to come with so much preparation. It's despicable. It makes me sick. My own personal life makes me sick. That's why I'm so disciplined now. Without my self-discipline, there is no David Goggins.
Discipline is the root of all good qualities. It's about having the discipline to control your ego so your ego doesn't get out of hand and control you. It's about treating people the way you would want to be treated and doing the tasks that you don't necessarily want to do, but that you know will help you or help your team. It's about facing your fears. It takes discipline to face your fears so you can conquer them. And that's what discipline is. Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what's right for yourself and for other people.
If you're someone who's always doing things other people aren't willing to do, you always max out, you always go to the next level, you convince yourself you deserve to win. You can take low self-esteem, low identity, low confidence, and change it over time by building this habitual addiction to doing one more, this obsession of one more. All the greats do one more and all the average don't.
It's so often the easy path. The easy path that calls to us to be weak for that moment, to break down for that moment, to give in to the desire and the short-term gratification. But the discipline will not allow that. The discipline calls for strength and fortitude and will. It won't accept weakness. It won't tolerate another breakdown. The discipline can seem like it's your worst enemy, but the reality is, discipline is your best friend. It will take care of you like nothing else can, and it'll put you on that path. The path to strength and health and intelligence and happiness. And most importantly, it'll put you on that path to freedom.
Don't let people who are justifying their own weakness convince you that you working hard, you doing more isn't the pathway to your success. We become smarter through working harder. All the new revelations, all the breakthroughs, all the new discoveries always come when you're doing one more. You find new ways, new strategies, new words, new keys by higher repetitions. So even if you believe working smarter is more important, you will become smarter by doing more. You start knowing you can break through. When you break through an artificial barrier like 45 minutes, you do one more. It sets a catalyst for your entire day. It sets a syntax. It sets a mindset for the rest of your life.
You have the power in you to do more than you can ever begin to imagine, to control your destiny, to make a difference in our children, to make a difference on the planet, to make an impact. I guarantee you those people did not have a plan to end up living their lives at the end of life with those types of jobs. And they didn't have a plan like you have, and while you're investing in yourself, not to. And it's hard. It's not fair when people are going up against that kind of stuff to tell them just think positive and be enthusiastic and everything will work out all right. Ain't that kind of party. It's hard. Life will put some knots on your head. You're going to fail your way to success. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Keep your head up. If you ever go through something, hold your head up. If you ever make a mistake, hold your head up. If you ever do something that everything goes wrong, life catch you on the blind side, hold your head up. It's not over. Goethe said, that which does not kill you will make you stronger. Hold your head up. Shake someone's hand on your right and left and say, hold your head up.
You're going to knock down whatever that rock is that's been between you and your dream. You're going to keep after it. You're going to be relentless. You're not going to give in. You're going to be the person who stays excited until the entire job gets done, until that dream is real. And you know long term, all these other people, they're going to flinch, they're going to get weak, and you won't. You use the force of you, the force of effort, the force of sustained effort over an extended period of time to wear out the obstacles in front of you and your dream. You're going to do this. You're going to win if you'll just adopt it. It ought to be written everywhere. One more, max out everywhere you can put it.